oddly enough, though, for me, man, I still saw improvement.
I did too.
Yeah. I just feel like the injury definitely changed the dynamic because now, no different than when Minka gets hurt. It just changes the cast of characters, and now we all have to adjust to who is out there. We saw the adjustment with it being KZ on the one play. Flip side, we saw with Mitch. Make some good plays, but the difference between Mitch and Kenny right now, Mitch is a lot more aggressive and has gotten him in trouble. And we see that has continued since he shifted to being on the bench. So once again, it's like when we talk about adjusting to different people, adjusting to different, pros and cons to a person in the game, that can be challenging, as we saw. It's like, man, you got the drive where you get the touchdown, the GP, beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Start to have another drive, good. But then you get too aggressive. And that's the stuff where it's like, you got to understand
when he didn't have
scenario.
to be either.
Right.
I think it was like second and short.
Yeah.
Throw it up in triple coverage. What are you doing?
That's part of where we're at right now. Everybody's going to have their thing, man. Now, as I tell you every single week, you either figure out how to make it work with what you're dealing with, or when you keep doing the switch, I just feel like it keeps you in the same place. You never really get a chance to grow from it. That's just how I look at it. But I get the temperature. It can be kind of crazy, man.
Right. So here's the interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on the Fire Canada vibes because I don't think the first half for the offense, or the lack of the offense of production in the first half, was a Canada thing.
I saw a lot of misses, man, or just
Pickett missed
lack
throws,
of execution, man.
Deontay's dropping balls, lack of communication between Pickett and Deontay. Pickett also missed the crosser to Pickens.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a Matt Canada thing. I'm sorry, there were some guys open.
Like, think about if
and
any
then
of those plays
here's
are
the problem.
too, it changes
People
the
will
flow.
bring up like the offense as a whole. We had 10 points for the whole game. The offense didn't look particularly great in the second half, but
rightfully, yeah.
Kenny got hurt, so I can't give like a full grade or full report card on this game. The easy answer is yes, the offense needs to be better, Fire Cannon and all that. I just don't think yesterday was one of those games where I'm coming in with that energy on Monday as like my main priority.
Yeah.
I don't think that. If you want to talk about Canada's body of work, sure, this is another one where the offense underperformed. But if you're watching the game, that wasn't because of Canada, if that makes sense. I think that was more of a player thing yesterday. I really believe that.
That's how I felt. It was the weirdest thing. I was looking at first, I'm like, shout out to Deontay. He just came on the show. I'm like, the first two plays, you give me the drop, and then you slip low key. Like, dang, bro. Like,
you think that was more of a slip in the end zone then?
No. I'm talking about on the out route. It like bounced off the receiver's or bounced off the DB's chest.
Oh yeah, Kenny threw it.
Yeah,
right. That was I thought it was miscommunication. You thought it was
I thought he slipped
Same
out
thing.
the break. Yeah. So I'm like,
obviously Kenny wasn't thrown to the DB on
right.
purpose.
Heck no. But I'm like, yo, it just came off like rough. But then I love the fact that DJ really stepped up. I thought he
had some amazing
responded insanely.
They
bro.
couldn't stop him that one series in the second quarter. I think Kenny had like 5 or 6 completions
right
to him
side,
for
left
50 or
side,
60
right
yards.
side, left side. Mm-hmm. When the end zone play, when he almost hit him in the end zone.
Yeah.
But it's like, once again, just near miss. DJ dropping the wide open first play, middle of the field. We talk about middle of the field, right? Literally, he dials up a beautiful call. It's a beautiful throw. To me, I said, man, it just sucks that while you're getting acclimated to the weather, that's your first throw, bro. In terms for Deontay. I'm like, as a player, we know that context. As fans, y'all don't care about it. And rightfully so, because we the professionals. You got to go out there and execute. But as soon as it happened, I'm like, I get it. I know exactly what it is. It sucks. This is real. And you saw even Jacksonville deal with it. And that's when you see them dudes, right? They started out with gloves on. Then everybody started like, yo, we got to take these gloves off. All right, we got to switch to these then. All right, let's try this. Because even though you could warm up in it, even though you could practice in it, it's just different when you competing and you going full speed. But it's like, yo, that doesn't matter. You still got to make the play. And that was the part that sucked. But I, like I said, was happy to see that not only did Kenny stick with him, and even when Mitch came in, stuck with him, but Deontay also responded right. You know what I mean?
He made one incredible catch on the sidelines.
Nah.
Incredible.
Bro, the one joint he had, it might have been on the Mitch drive when we went the 90.
Mitch was throwing
He
the
had
ball.
like the crazy third down like
Yeah,
that. I'm
I
like,
think that's the
bro,
one I'm talking
what?
about.
Yeah. I love the one play where Pickens actually got the rock and jumped over the guy and scored. I'm like, bro, we needed to feature him more. That's the part. I'm like, We still don't have the balance of the targets just yet. Love DJ. He gets open without a doubt. 14 targets, 5 targets. We can't have 5 for GP. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's too explosive to just be there. And that's the thing, man. But it was weird, bro. It was weird because I do feel like, man, we had some dope calls. I felt like we had some opportunities where we moved it. But then we also saw where it was
Kenny and Deontay were unstoppable on that 90-yard drive.
Seriously, bro. Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah, and then we got it at least in field goal range for Boz. I'm like, all right, yeah, we're going to be cooking second half. Like, don't worry about this.
But this is also...
And yes, that's not to take away. Kenny missed some throws in the first half, but I'll take those misses in the first half and then him starting to cook in the second half. Because you're going to connect
them in the second.
Right. And you could tell they were starting to get that flow. They were starting to get that momentum as an offense. Nah. And what was cool about it is that was sooner than anything we've seen this season. That was second quarter.
We usually got to wait to the end of the third or middle of the fourth.
The problem is it could have been the first play of the game if Deontay just catches the ball. I'm sorry.
It could have been the first play. It could have been the second. Think about it. He went to him twice in the first
Chooks had that holding, too. That would have negated it. But, yeah, that was a nice play by Kenny. Roll out Deontay.
Look, you had the 2 DJ, and then you had the GP on the deep over. It's like, man, we had multiple plays early on that were, like, available. And that's the part where I was like, all right, Canada, I even like how aggressive you are calling it and trusting Kenny to even put the ball where he's supposed to do it. Everything was there. But we literally could name 1, 2 different people in both of them scenarios. And it's like, this is the young part of our team. This is the part when we're saying we're not just showing up and just hop off the bus, we're good to go. It takes us a little bit longer to just get it. But we're seeing the improvement. We're seeing it, and we're going along the way. It just sucks that he gets hurt.
I saw it this game. Yeah, it just sucks we only got a half of our starting quarterback out there.
So now you got to go through the
It's a big deal.
And now you go through the phase of, all right.
He's QB1 for a reason is what I'm saying. There's a reason Mitch is the backup.
We've already believed in Kenny from